So hi guys, how you doing? Karibuni sana to Glow Up with Makena. As always, I am your girl Makena, and today we are at the amazing location, Bavaria Gardens, located at Corona Close. And remember, this is where we bring you the cream de la cream soda usisawa. Haya, if you see me doing the fingers like this, acha kwanza nikitetee. Watu wataanza kufanya LGBTQ. Wadau, picha zangu zimemoka leo. I'm supposed to go, but you know your girl first has to prioritize you guys. So Mr. Kimakuri hapo nje. Wadau umesikia? Aya, so if you haven't subscribed to Glow Up with Makena, please do so, and let us jump right into this. So guys, I have an amazing lady with me in studio today. She is an incredible human being, very creative. She's came to creative, and then she passes out information in a very satirical way. I don't know whether I should say you're like a Bush female version, if I am not wrong, of which is but yours is quite unique as well. Ni wote mkona like a unique way of putting it out there. But again, you both are criticizing politics, but in a humorous way. You know, in a way that a smart person will understand. You don't really mean what you're saying. You know, and they can't even come for you, because we had an interview with Justina and I was asking him, "Mbona ujeni?" Ako like, "Mimi sijitaja mtu. Sijasema mtu amefanya, you know, sijasema mtu amefanya. I'll pass the information. Wewe mwenyewe utajua na ongelee useme." But then again, sitamuongelea directly, so can't come for me. So Ebu tell me, because wewe kama demo, hata tujaji introduce. Oh my god, ona Kierere. And she's funny baby. Msimona kika serious, but then aka serious in person, but she's very funny kwa mtandao. Sasa acha tunikama nitacheka leo. Aha. Suzy. Majina kwanza kitambulisha.
Siwezi sema majina ya kitambulisho.
Atataka ya kitambulisho. Ama nitakutumia mpesa 1 bob hapa sasa hivi.
Wewe alafu ndo government nitafute hapa.
Okay, Susan Roy, at least majina mbili. Angalau
Justina.
Susan Justina.
Yes.
Okay, so before that tufika kwa career yako sasa, we like to know about the person behind Susan, the person behind the sensationalist internet. So where were you brought up? Are you a firstborn? Ulisomea wapi? Just a little background check.
That is so funny that I have to go through my background. So I grew up in a bunch of places, all in Kenya, CRT. I grew up in Kilifi, Mombasa, Kakamega, partly Eldoret, and Nairobi. Yeah.
Why all those places? Is it like wazazi walikuwa na transfer you, ama do you have like a deep story to it? You know, everyone has their story, their journey. After we are here to inspire.
It's going to get a little personal just for a bit. I'm an adopted child. I was raised by an uncle and aunt. They are incredible people. They brought me up. Like my uncle used to travel with for work, and my aunt too. Yeah. So we just go with them. Like your children, you're not going to be abandoned.
Yeah.
So tumekuwa tunaenda na like different. If they move to a different county, yes, tunaenda. Yeah. So that's how I grew up. Yeah.
So they like junior. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I do know my parents. I do know my parents. It's not like, oh, they left me and then someone else is like, no, I lost my parents. So I just got taken by my uncle and aunt, and like they raised me.
Oh, your parents passed on?
Yes.
I'm so married now.
It's okay. It's okay. People usually feel like sometimes it's like, it's okay, they're gone, but like they're still in my heart.
Yeah. Do you think time really heals?
No, it doesn't. The other days you wake up and you're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
It's like, where's my mom? But you'll be okay.
Yeah.
For the most part, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Walilikuwa around, was it high school?
No, I was 4 years.
So
I didn't even know them like that. Like I know their faces, I have their photos, but I really didn't know them as people, which is a little unfortunate. Because like as a child, you always want to have that kind of attachment, but I didn't have it. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think you received the same love from
No, it's never the same. It's never the same. But what I'll say, my uncle was one of the best people I've ever met in life. I think who I am now is mostly who he was. Yes, like he's just like every single, like he was kind and open and funny and like just very educated. He was just a fun person to be around. My aunt was the disciplinarian. She's like, you can't just be
unatandikwa proper.
Unachapwa. Like you have to do the right thing. So I think it was that kind of balance that I think that's just common for everyone. Yeah.
Were you like the only child? Do you have like siblings besides, of course, your cousins who are now your siblings?
So I'm very fortunate. I have siblings from my parents, and I have like my brothers who I was raised with. I have 4 brothers from my adopted family, and I have 8 siblings from my parents.
8?
Yes.
You are the last born now?
My parents were like, let's multiply and fill the earth, and then they dipped. Like, they were like fun people. They were just like perfect.
They fulfilled God's commandment.
Yes, they were like, I feel like they were very incredible people, but like, yeah. So my older siblings were very lucky because like they got brought up by them, and then by the time I think they were getting to like high school and
They're teens now.
that's when like they passed on. Yeah.
So were you like the last one?
Yes. I'm the last child. But my sister keeps doing this thing where she's like, I think if our parents were alive with the last one, I'm like, why are you jealous? Like, why are you jealous about me being the child? Like, it's okay if you haven't resolved issues.
She's like the second last now. The sister who chocolizes you.
The sister who chocolizes me is not even like that close to me in age. She's like way older than me. Yeah. She's just like, she just likes to make fun of me, and I think that's fine. Yeah.
So all of you went to
aunts, we were raised differently. So me and my sister who I follow were brought up by my uncle and aunt. And then my older siblings, because they were like almost finishing high school and like getting into college, they weren't really adopted, but like another relative took care of them. So yeah, like everyone got like someone who helped them along the journey. Like my older siblings took some of my other siblings when they were done in college. Yeah.
So how is your relationship with your siblings, the immediate ones, before you?
Oh, I love them. It's like, it's so weird because I didn't know them. Like, I literally met my eldest brother when I was, I think 13, 14. That's when I met him. And like, I was just like, who's this weird person and why do they want to know me? And I didn't know at that time, like, he was going to be technically my best friend.
Oh,
yes. He's like the sweetest person I've ever met. All my other siblings, because they travel around a lot, they're everywhere. I don't get to see them as much, but we're just as siblings.
Or you talk through the phone, video calls?
Yeah, of course. Because you have to stay. Like, I feel like family is important, and you can't lose that even if you weren't that close in the beginning. Yeah.
Oh, must be nice to be there. You know, the last one ka baby sister kwanza in a family of boys.
It felt nice to be a babysitter in my babysitter in my adoptive family, but I wasn't the youngest there.
Oh.
I had a younger brother.
But maybe you're like a girl, so come again.
Yeah. It was kind of 50-50 where it's like they want you to toughen up and like they push me around. It wasn't all sweet, like they'll cuddle you, you know.
Yeah.
It was you were pretty much just another dude. Yeah, like they'll defend you against other people, but like in the house, you just very brother. Yeah.
So listen, you have primary, high school, campus.
So as I said, like I went to a bunch of places, but like the last primary school I was in Kakamega, it's called Kakamega Hill School. So if anyone went to that school, I'm so sorry for all the trauma. Really chapwa. High school was so much fun. I went to my girls' elderate, and I think that's the weirdest school I've ever been to.
Why is it weird?
No, because like I had never been to like an all girls environment, and like girls are very, like they could be very mean and very friendly. There's no middle ground for most of the times, and I think that was interesting to be in that environment. I got like so many. I have like people right now who I consider my sisters from high school, but also it was a very chaotic place.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I learned I kind of want to do comedy because I've always wanted to make people laugh so that people wouldn't concentrate on my personal life, which I thought was very weird.
Or at some point personal life yako kwani ilijulikana shule ama?
No, it's just like when people will talk about like their family, it's very hard for me to start saying, oh yeah, you know, I'm adopted. Like everyone else is chilling, you know, they don't want to feel sad. So I would like make it like a big deal, like I make people laugh, and then they would like kind of forget that they asked me that thing, and then I think 2 or 3 people would know, but then the rest of it just
inakaa tu joke, inakaa tu it's a passing joke.
Exactly. So I don't want to engage, but also I don't want it to feel like I don't care.
Yeah. So what kind of student were you? Average? Were you the disciplined one? Were you, performance-wise, discipline-wise?
I'll say I was very afraid of being in trouble.
Oh,
yes. But I was also very much into getting into trouble. Like I was just like, I was a nice maker. if you're a backbencher, lazima upige kelele. It's the rules.
Yeah.
Ulikuwa kwa nyuma shange kelele, literally annoying teachers. There was no way to not be a bad student in some aspects, because like you're still a teenager, like you still want to be excited about life, you want to laugh with your friends.
Kwa chiki kidogo.
Unataka sio kila kitu ni serious. So I think that got me into a lot of trouble, but at the same time I think I was a good student. I'm saying well, nilikuwa at least. Nilikuwa najaribu kubali.
Mbele ulikuwa tu.
It's like you try not to get into trouble, but I got into so much trouble because nilikuwa na kiere. Like if you're making people laugh, you're obviously like somewhere along that plane, you've done something wrong. That exactly. I was that kind of student. Like I don't think I was a bad student. I was just a teenager. Yeah.
And this is a campus. Oh, were you bullied in high school?
Yes, I was bullied. I was bullied in Form 1, and the girl who bullied me, any lawyer say, so I can't sue her too.
Oops.
I'll end up in jail.
It's up, just like this.
But like I was bullied in Form 1. It was very sad. I didn't even know that's what bullying was, because I've never been bullied in my life. I was everyone's friend. So when I got bullied, I was like, it was so embarrassing because you can't keep telling people. And one of my closest friends, I remember, so you just like say something back, like why are you just taking the hits without saying something? Because I don't know. Like I really didn't know, without getting into trouble. It's either we'll fight, but I don't know how to retaliate.
Wow, and that's like Ugamata for campus?
I went to KU. Shout out to
it's okay, KU.
I went to KU. KU was a very weird time. KU is just chaotic. How watu wameenda KU, I think you guys know. Your shule, lazima usome. Lazima utafute time usome, because like everything else is just, it's whatever is happening. People go with the flow. But like I had a really good time.
Sherehe. That was in 20?
But I studied art, which wasn't like a serious kinda
class.
It's not taking everything in you. It was mostly fun, but you also had to like deliver on project. So unajaribu to balance like what are you doing in class and how are you making sure you don't drop your grades. But it was fun. It was so much fun.
So ulijoin hizo drama clubs, join mini club. As in ukiwa in uni ama ulikuwa mtu wa sherehe class.
Nilikuwa mtu wa sherehe class, and I really loved going home because that was the time I got to hang out a little more with my brothers and sisters. So I was like every holiday I was always at home.
At home
every weekend, like with my brother or with my sister. My sister used to live in Mombasa. Like every opportunity I could get, I'm going to see my siblings. I don't care about anything else. Because like they had 2 babies and they were so cute, and it's like, you know, I kind of want to know like their families. So it was really fun.
Speaking of babies, that before to become home. Are you dating? Are you
no?
Men out here will want to know whether they shoot their shots.
I think that is personal information that I don't want to discuss.
Exclusively, no, exclusive. No, I should show to or Jota Chapwa and
But I'm a very private person. I just don't like to talk about my personal life. I like to talk about my siblings and my parents and like all that stuff. I don't mind. But dating me kidogo it's not my field.
So should they shoot their shots?
I don't know. It's up to you.
I see what you did there. That's a them problem.
It's a them problem. That's what
okay, what's your kind of guy? What's your ideal guy?
I can't even say. I like nice people. 100%.
So like a nice guy. Light skin, dark, you know,
the moment you start describing people like that, unafaa kuja pia wewe unakuwa described like that. I feel like it's a two-way street. Usually for women, it's very harsh. Because I know, assets zangu kidogo nacheza chini. So I know like if you start describing people physically.
But 100%. It's not like you're describing a specific person. You're just saying,
in general,
if God gave you this,
yes,
now this is it. But if he didn't give you that and he gives you something else, it's still okay, you know.
But
It's just a preference. So nasema stable boy personality sawa. Twende.
Do not underestimate how nice people are. Like, where's it?
No, he's an amazing guy, baby.
Yeah.
He's an amazing guy.
Ironically, I think people place a lot of stuff on physicality, and you can't lie that you don't have preferences. 100% you have preferences, but at the same time, you never know mtu mwenye una meet how they are. They could look literally like kama ametoka kwa magazine and is the most horrible person you'll ever meet in your life. So,
But Steven is an amazing guy, amazing super amazing. I'm a fan. And then alright, so turudi sasa tampo pale. So what umesema tu ilikuwa sherehe home. Sherehe home. Did you graduate at some point? Did you have to drop out because of maybe a job that you got? Did you just to hustle in campus? How was your life like here?
I'll say I was a good student through and through. And that was hammered kwa kichwa yangu kutoka nilikuwa mdogo. You read, you make sure you do everything right. So I usually had fear if I do anything nitoke shule and then maybe I never get money to go back, itakuwa like a little bit of a problem because sitakuwa na nafasi za kushu. So I stayed in school. There's a time I wanted to drop out to become a dancer. My brother was like, look, I like your stupid plan, but and I support you, but you have to think this through. Like just go to school, finish. It's just literally had like I think a year and a half left. Like surely, unaiachia tu hapa mwisho, like maliza tu and then you can do whatever. So I think that pep talk ilinisaidia kufocus kidogo.
Yeah. So uliendelea na dance kando or you just left dance for school?
Oh, I left it immediately because I went to like 2 or 3 auditions and I was the worst one every time. I was like, you know what? Maybe choreography still. Like I love to dance but maybe not on that level. So that was very heartbreaking. So that's when you have a dream.
Rejections.
Alafu unaona msee mwingine amekill it nikaka ako kwa step up movie or you know.
Adios muchachos?
Yes.
So that's serious.
Yeah. So I quit dance mostly because I was freaking out. I was like, I don't think I'm good enough to get to this level yet, and I don't know how to get up without sacrificing something else.
So after training, I'm gonna dance clubs here.
But it's not the same kind of dedication. Because like I auditioned for something I got it, but I couldn't stay because I couldn't keep up. Yes. Because you have to show up every day at 6:30.
Really?
You rehearse for 8 hours. You rehearse for like 8 hours, like 4 hours during the mornings, you go for a break and then you come back and I'm like, yes. Alafu bado nisome. How am I supposed to pull this off? Like, and by art, the projects not take long. Like you have to go back, get a review, it's back and forth mingi. By the time unamaliza, it's like you're tired from one thing, and now you have to do like a whole dance routine. Nikasema tu hata mimi mwenyewe, I don't think I can balance it. Truthfully, honestly, I don't think I'll be able to do it. If there's one thing you have to do, limits and that doesn't mean that you're weak for it. It is what it is.
It's okay to push yourself, but just not to what extent.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. And then after campus now, what has you do? Ama were you lucky enough to get a job? It's umemaliza hivi a job after campus. During employment, so you said
I really didn't struggle as much to get a job. I struggled to work so still years but it's like just to put in the door. I think I struggled for like 6 months and then in January it was 2001.
Oh, you must have 16? You graduated in 2016. Then you got a job in 2017.
Like it was so, like, to me it was a surprise because it's those things that you apply. You're not telling me to like I guess. So I get sent to a bunch of things. Unapata rejection immediately. Wako like, no, we don't want you. We are afraid. Yeah. And then there are people who are like immediately when you send, you never get a reply. After your email could bounce back nothing. But then the people who called me your time, the job I got, it was like a last minute hire. It's like they couldn't get someone and they were because they had like so many projects and they needed someone to start immediately. So if I had another job, you need a transfer window. Singeweza kuendelea. But I got that job immediately. I was like a newbie. Unajua ile ni umeingia kazi unaanza it was fun but very scary. Oh, I worked in an interior design firm, so it was like sales and the interior, like like interior design stuff for them. It was very, very technical and also very, very. Lazima uongeleshe watu. Na hiyo ni kazi. Watu wanakuja huko, mtu amekasirika, sijui nini nifanyika, wewe hujaifanya kazi hapo, ndio hiyo second month anaanza kupigia kelele kwa shwari. Hata mimi na commit for the first time, nipigia kelele, but it was a really fun job. It was just, I don't think I had anticipated the kind of work and demand that it came with in that 10 months. Because I thought, we walked through to baby steps.
But your personality saved the game.
Yeah, I would make people laugh and then forget, like, oh, I made a mistake.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm a perfectionist. I don't like kufanya vitu vibaya. But sometimes, you can fall short, and then you have to literally explain to the client, imagine, unaenda na mtu hii na haijafanyika itabidi time. Mtu sasa hivi kumaliza kazi last week. Can you imagine? Mtu ameshapanga, they want to move in, you're sitting them back. Mtu lazima usiende kwa hoteli ama nini. It just becomes really painful for you. Juu inakaa kama hujui job na kwa kampuni because inakaa kama ni incompetent. Alafu kwa client anakaa siwezi kufikia juu hawa watu. But if you have like two people skills to talk to people up and up, it happens.
What did you major in? Because since you have like a little background in interior designs, I'm always on that. So when you're artist also,
yes.
Which part of arts?
I did
on the art so yeah,
I did visual arts. And visual arts, I did fine art. And the time I was in uni, that's when they were introducing like certain courses. When they introduced like a bunch of courses, like a lot of graphic design, a lot of more visual arts than any more digital. So that's when they introduced, I think, interior design. But ours was mostly like aesthetic, very technical, more to architecture. So it's almost like the stuff that you needed to learn technically, lazima ungeenda like a field. So when I was at attachment, we learned like a lot of the things that I was able to get. But like I majored in interior design. I did some other like visual making just to help my facilitating the
So after working with that company, now you're a freelance.
Yes.
Like let's just say you're content creator. No, I don't know.
It's okay. You can just say content.
No, I level. Yeah, for the day.
Yeah.
Before we even get there. So did you like get another job? When did you decide to quit, or was contract terminated? How did it happen? Because now you are from being employed to you working alone. Unajua kuna difference ya kwa peke yako kwanza then get employed. And then sasa kuwa employed then okay to alone. So how was the transition for you? And when was it and how did it come to you?
I'll say when I was at that job, I worked at that job for 2 years. 2017 2019, and it's kind of 2017 January 2019 January. So one of the most demanding jobs in my life, every day you have to get there and do the work. Hakuna siku unaenda hapa tu angalia computer na simu ishe. So it got to a point I felt like hakuwa na so I was like checking probation imeisha, you guys have to consider me for salary. Nikaenda kupata salary increase ni kitu yenyewe. It's like ile survivalist pesa yenye hadi the last shilling is budgeted. Like always kwa out here. When you get your first salary you unataka kuwa reckless. So I couldn't do that. So I had to be like, okay, I literally can't survive on this money. Like you guys have to be able to consider it. A job in a letter ni worth like the value. Clients nimeleta kutokana na hakuna mistakes nimefanya kwa kampuni cost business. So you guys have to consider for better side. When I had your conversation with someone, she was mad. Very mad. She was like, umetisha pesa kwani unadhani nikawe ni nani kutisha pesa? The other people here just doing as much work unasikia kuja kwa, it's almost like nika alikuwa ananifanyia favor. So and she told me to my face.
Umejiclear to so many times. Madam, I am requesting. Unaambia wewe.
Alafu je, wezi retaliate tuko kwa kazi ya mtu, unaweza itiwa cops. So it made them like I feel very small, like unajua ile ni kama umekuwa diminished kabisa, kama you don't do it. And I was like, I don't want to feel like that's not a place you feel put and right. Because mimi na hiyo tumeanza ku exit pole pole. So that's a conversation I think I had in August
2019.
No, August 2018.
Oh, the conversation you had with the madam.
Yes. So I was just like thinking, do I quit? Do I get another job? And around your time when like I used to do comedy almost like an escape. Like I do stand-up comedy. So I would do it like an escape. I'm like, if I keep trying in stress, but taking everything from me, it's like what I comedy. And one of the things we realize, you do labor laws. I do not know the first thing about someone who hire and how they're supposed to pay you and how they're supposed to treat you. It's like, I take it to the constitution. So, unajua ukijiuliza hiyo swali inaanza kukwestion like your entire foundation, like how did you get hired? Because I remember when I got hired, at a scope of contract. Nilikuwa contract I think a year 2 months later.
But were you getting paid?
Yes. Okay. So in my head I was like, okay, this is a little fishy. Because when you get hired, someone usually gives you a contract. So all those two loopholes, like, come and see this much information, how much information do I not know? So I was like, as much as I'm panicking, if I'm quitting, what do I really want to do? So that's when I started thinking about it. But then I was putting so much effort into comment, and I was your time I should get already like see you just like a bunch of people organizing open mics for other regions and then I'll show up to do comedy.
Kama zile zinafanyika na KMT, those are things that you can take.
Yes. So it's like an open mic for different people, like poets,
spoken word artists.
Like you imagine all these different people, different skills who wamekuja kufanya comedy. And sometimes you get up there na mtu atajini unafanya.
Yeah. So kuchekesha Wakenya is work.
Yeah. You are telling me.
Kuchekesha Wakenya is work.
Ninaanga kusoma huko watu wanakuangalia. Unashanga ni mimi ndo ni
Are they the problem?
Is there like a barrier? Am I not making any no sound in my mouth?
Yeah.
So
they're very tough.
So it was really weird where I was having a really hard time at my job, but at the same time doing comedy was such a release for me.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'd get like 1 or 2 laughs and I'm like, that's enough to carry me through tomorrow. Yeah. You literally.
Wow.
Yes.
So kuna moment ilifika like wacha tu.
No, I am not a quitter. Mimi ni like mimi na believe mimi ni mfani. So ita get to point itabidi tu wamenifuata at some point
because you believe in yourself.
Yes.
They will believe in you.
It's just like a delusion. Umebeba tu like belief yenye. By the way, yeah, this is how I am. Yeah. I know I'm good. Hata kama sayo sikuwa na skills, I had your belief.
Yeah. Wow. So I heard so 2019 nikafika ukapata job.
I was done.
You wrote her like a resignation letter. She tried to convince you, hey babes, I would do jokes. Oh, do jokes? You can try and know.
She didn't try to convince me because me tell her I'm leaving this job and I'm going to do comedy. And I think she did. Unajua ile pesa yenye mtu anameka for what? No, she was visibly disturbed. Like it's like I'm not making any sense. Like it's almost like a parent when unamwambia you're going to do comedy. Alikuwa like that was her reaction, but alikuwa like good luck. I really hope you succeed. I hope to see you one day. I don't know whether that comes from.
Was it sarcastic?
No, nasema I don't know because like she was a very dicey person to work with. I not throw her under the bus, but ilikuwa ngumu. So wezi jua. But in my head I took it positively. Nilikuwa like there kama ameni grant you blessing wacha mimi nitembea.
So after you quit now you made the comedy, the money now. Ha! Before you build your brands, let me tell you when. Making your money, how are you? surviving in Nairobi before your brand success, what it is?
So I'll say in the beginning, before I quit my job, one of the things I started doing is like saving money. Una save. You make sure you have money this is what my manager from like that company told me. She was like, I think second in command. She's one of the best people I've ever met. Her name is Alice. Alice alikuwa like, kumbuka, if you want to do something in the long term, always anza kufikiria after umefika. You have to plan. Anza salary yako, cut at this amount of money with your plan. Najua you're not making much, but if you're smart enough about it, utakuwa na enough money ukiacha hiyo job, utakuwa sawa ukienda. So I started saving. Like unajinima, like sometimes you want to go out, you want to come into the plan, you want to buy your niece something, you can't because you have to remember February for rent, uko na sijui ya kulipa, so you literally do not have enough money for you to do anything outside of that. And also I used to do a lot of freelance interior design work,
okay.
So that helped me.
You are more of a consultant.
Yes, so that way I got like money from the skill set from friends who are contacts of so that's nilikuwa very survivalist ile like tu hapa na pale
hiyo kidogo inajaza kibabu.
So with all the savings I made and all the jobs I was doing,
so ukianza sana comedy kuna nilipa ama that's why now you thought of transitioning into the digital world.
Nikianza stand up, I don't think I even knew how to make money outside of like doing a page. We don't know a lot of like how any job works. Most of us don't. So I was like, getting me your job during my break, one of a lot of like the daily show, and I'm like, I want to be able to explain this to people. Do I can mislead? So I didn't know how to do that. That came like a long time after. But your time you find a stand-up, I was like, if I can get a way to get to disperse this information, I didn't know like people pay for that kind of thing. I just knew if you can talk to people and make the information easy to consume, it gets people interested in stuff that maybe they don't feel like they can understand. So I was thinking of that, but I didn't know how to like monetize it, to get into the digital world. I had no. But to your question about my stand up, it was like if I get a show, I'm sure I stream every month. So outside, yeah. So it was a lot of like hoping and praying that the next call comes before your money runs out. Yeah.
Wow, so suddenly transitioned from now. Of course, you're still doing the stand-up till now, definitely. Yeah. And how did you guys have to choose Jim? Because this guy, let me tell you, he is. Before you get him, but then when you meet him, you're like, oh my god, he's such a sweetheart. He's really nice. And then he supports people to the core. So how did you guys meet? Did you have to go? Because I know I'm number 7 Paletao.
Yes.
So did you have to go there to do the skills?
Roast house.
Yeah, roast house.
Yeah.
So did you have to go there, do auditions for it? How did you get to meet him and how did you get now to, start doing house?
Yeah. So in 2019, 2020 was like but 2020 after pandemic, kwanza ilikuwa like a transitional phase for us because we couldn't be out past 9. So we used to have like a place to perform in Kilimani. So we would perform like it's a mini comedy every single Wednesday. People would come because people don't go out, so they'd come, they enjoy comedy, and one of our friends, his work ilienda viral and it was Tyler. He even has like a show, he had a show. So when his work went viral, people got more interested in coming to like the comedy shows. Yeah? One of those people who like got into, who was like watching us then, so through one of my mentors and my friends called Daphne who runs stand-up collective, and they were like, okay, we want to do something with the comedians, but how do we get like comedians to a place where people can listen to them outside of just their own material and work. So they have this idea, because kuna hizo roasts za Comedy Central where they roast a celebrity.
Yes.
It was like, let's do that. And like, because Kenyan musicians are very, very popular. It's like an easy, and we wanted to be the people who are like that, say people who have been for a while.
Kina Mbezo, I saw.
Kina Mbezo, Kina Nameless. Even Boniface Mwangi did like as a roast, and like it's one of my favorite things, because he was like being open to the idea that as an artist sometimes people can ridicule your efforts, but we're still acknowledging most of the work that you've done. So that idea was born out of Doug Mutai's brainchild and stand-up collective. Eugene was like, okay, maybe I will make sure we're going to shoot this, and he's like a very purposeful person. If he puts his mind to like, he likes your idea, he wants to do it, Nini show up na
We'll run with it.
Yes. Yeah. So we did roasters out of that. We were like, okay, we'll get this celebrity first. I don't even remember the first person we roasted. It was Jalas. And it was it's a lot, because like Jalas is intimidating. He's like a person who's been in the industry for a very long time.
He's a legend,
and you want
to respect.
And you want to make him laugh. Outside of just roasting him, you want to make him laugh.
Yes.
And when you see like a smile, it's okay, we're like, I'm in. Yeah. So we did Jalas's roast, and then we did like a bunch of food roasted Viri and Cow. That was scary for me. It was like, okay, as we just thought we're here for a job.
Papa David kuchekesha watu na ninaliko for it. Just laugh.
Exactly. So it was like, that was scary for them. I wasn't on that, because I was like, I don't think I have enough material to do that integration, so I wasn't able to do that show, but like I did a bunch of
Yeah. So for the political satire now, where Mimi, honestly, Edgar Obari BNN is such a, I don't know that to call him your fan, because I actually knew you through him, through Telegram.
Edgar, thank you so much for the support.
It is someone who supports good stuff. He's actually the person who used to push my videos in time. Akipenda kazi yako, ni kama Eugene, atastick na wewe hivi bumper to bumper. Anyways, I digress. So, alright, so akaanza post now that I knew you through the political satires. So far have you received, and first, do you rate all your scripts? Because they're very creative. Na mtu akisikiza, you just know this is her. So, do you rate all your scripts, or sometimes do you get like help from somebody else to get more creative and funnier maybe?
I read every single one. Every single joke you've ever had, every single one. Sometimes I'm like, is this joke good enough? Have I really put enough work into this joke? It's because it's like a mental thing. Like with every joke, you want to be able to make sure that the joke is just as strong as the news you're giving. So if it gets lost in there, I feel like I've not done a good job. But every single joke I've ever had, I wrote that by myself. I'm really hoping to be able to collaborate with more people, but I have this panic if I'm not able to pay someone on my channel. I panic. I'm like, I don't want to feel like I'm using free labor, because like, if someone is taking out time out of their day to write stuff, that's work. So I don't want to be those people that, no, you're doing work for me for free. So that's like
at least trying to appreciate.
Unless it's a collaborative effort where it's like this person and this person. It's just either for to grow your following or whatever, or like to just as a collaborative effort as artist to artist, then that agreement is in place, then I can do that. But if it's not, I really panic about not paying people. Like that's the reason I'm held back if we're not collaborating.
Have you received some threatening DMs from some of the videos maybe? What are the comments like? What's the reception like from, let's just say, the random audience, TikTok audience, Instagram?
The TikTok audience is amazing. There are people who really love my stuff and like they understand it's satirical. But then there's someone who commented on one of my videos last week. I think hii serikali inakulipa uside now, and I was like,
if you listen to my videos very carefully, I sound like I'm sounding with them, but I'm. Babe, among all your achievements, by the way, oh my days, I have to congratulate you, because you will be leaving for the to USA. Yeah, amen. Okay,
nakuja.
for now to join you for essay for
Yes.
now. So how did that come to be? How you're actually the only Kenyan?
Yes.
The only female, the only Kenyan.
Yeah.
I'm a female Kenyan. I don't know. Okay,
I
whatever.
think I'm the only Kenyan on that lineup because most of the comedians on that lineup. First of all, it's I got into Johannesburg International Comedy Festival, so that's a really big deal.
Queen's
It's a
winning
really
it here.
yes, it's a really big deal because it's very hard to get in there because like they usually vet the comics over a long period of time. And for me, it was last minute, but I got in and I was advocated for. Eugene is amazing. So he
Yeah,
was
Eugene
like,
Bogo,
yeah.
hi boo. Are you supposed to have an interview then?
And also my mentor Doug is really amazing. Like they advocated for me and they really pushed and it just like things aligned.
Yeah.
So I got the call and I'm going to be performing there and at the end of on 1st April.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm very excited to be there.
I'm so excited for you as
Yes.
well. So itakuwa Netflix, itakuwa Showmax, ama itakuwa live. Where
That's
can we
just a
watch
live
you?
performance. It's for the South Africans will be the only ones who get to see me. But
Or Kenyans who are going to buy their own.
yes, or Kenyans who are over there on holiday, or Kenyans who are just going to fly there to
Yeah.
see me, which is going to be really cool. Plus, also, me to me and
Yeah, Sun and Hazel.
Yes. But like, yeah, it's mostly, festivals are usually live performances. It's for the people there to enjoy. Maybe I'll get lucky, meet a producer, Netflix producer, get a show. You
Amen
never know.
to that.
Yes. It's just like, I'm going there with positive vibes of like just doing well, like showcasing, making sure that the country is well represented.
Making us proud. Okay, so we keep raising the Kenyan flag so high.
Yes. Tenderly.
So people continue.
In the comment section, like, are you like a first timer?
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you? And that's my favorite thing about like the comment section. It's just community. It's like people rallying around, spreading the information on like current events and not being like, oh, we're siding with the government or whatever. It's just like we're here for laughs and we're here to know what's going on.
Yeah, if ever you are offered a very good job with the government, you give everything.
I know that. I panic a lot about working for institutions that high up because, not because of the value being compromised, it's because sometimes you have to make sure the image is protected and sometimes that's very difficult to do when being honest. Yes. So I really don't know if we are taking it.
Who are the top 3 people you'd love to collaborate with?
Okay, so this is usually a very hard question.
I know you have a lot of favorites. It's not like you don't want to work with anyone else, but the top 3. Without me, who would you want to interview? Of course, I want to interview everyone nice.
Yeah.
But I have the top 3 on here.
Can I ask you what
I am
what your
done.
top 3 are so I can now just hold on to that one? I think it's fair. Like
It's fair enough. Alright, so I think for me,
Yeah.
it's Churchill,
Yes.
Willie Paul,
Yes.
and who else? I think I'd say Diamond, but I'm trying to think of a Kenyan. And for the reason why I say Churchill and Willie Paul, it's because they really do it.
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever seen a Willie Paul.
Yes.
I think I've seen one touch.
And Amina Abdirabad, oh my god.
amazing.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
But she doesn't do interviews. She interviews people, but she doesn't. So if those 3 say yes to an interview,
Yes.
maybe when you're going to US, Mom, I made it. Anyway,
You're
I
there.
love everyone else definitely, but for those 3 because they really do it and because I love them since time. And now they're my friends, but for interviews is when they draw the line, but this yeah, so I think those are my top 3.
Yeah.
And my reason is because, not because the others are not good enough, but because these are legends who really. So that's
Yeah.
is such a problem.
Yeah, especially considering those people don't give interviews to anyone and
Just
then you
anyone.
get to and then you
Get convince them.
Yes. And I'm like really good at this because like it feels like I'm talking to a friend that I've known for a very long time. That's very difficult to do.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you're doing an incredible job.
Thank you, babe. So hey, now at least now you know where we are coming from.
Yes. So I don't know. In Kenya, you have so many different comedians. I'm naming everyone in Kenya who I want to collaborate.
Top 3 inaweza kuwa male ama female.
I would want to literally work with. I think Njugush is amazing.
Nilikuwa ngoja ukose kutaja Njugush
Njugush
nikwambie.
is amazing. I'm saying that because like sometimes I watch his stuff and I'm like, I wish I could make that.
not to get into his mental space.
Yes.
How do you design
I wish I could pick that. You understand? Like he's really, really good.
Yeah.
Another person I would really love to collaborate with is easily Esther Kazoo. She's amazing. She's hilarious. She's like so effortless in her funny. I want to be able to just like be in a space with her in that particular element and like create something with her. The third person I would want to collaborate with, I'm trying to think of someone who's also from the not even familiar. It's just someone who's working in that time. I don't know if you know Sheila Ash. She's very, what do I say? She's an
I'll check her out.
she's amazing. She does like a lot of like girl around the world, just trying to navigate the world. It's not political, it's just mostly like social and fun. Yeah, it's lifestyle, yeah. She's really good at it and I would like to match that particular style with satirical content because I feel like we would nail it. Yeah. But like I really love it. We worked with her before but like it wasn't on a level where I could collaborate with her massive. It was just like a larger collective thing, yeah.
Hey, mimi honestly mimi nangoja tu collaboration yako na Njugushu. I'm not going to compare you guys, but after I watched several of your videos of like a certain female version of this one, but of course then how like I'm own it. Yeah, you own it. But if someone knows the both of you how you do your thing, you have to be smart enough to know you're not collaborating with them.
Yeah.
You know, you're just I don't know.
It's an,
but okay.
I feel like it's an amplification of like the work that we both do.
Yes, like you too. I mean, for me, okay, for me, Mimi, please.
Please, I really hope I get to work with
I
you.
do.
He's actually really amazing.
And you guys are funny.
Thank you.
So what are the challenges you go through and what
I want to be able to talk about this from the point of just ukinyima mtu pads a teenager, this is how they might end up like in a situation where they may get pregnant, they may get STI, they may get like HIV, like it's one line, it's literally like you're drawing a straight line to people's tragedies. So when I did that video, a friend of mine was like, this is a friend I had to talk to in a while. Akaniambia we but then nyumba yangu mimi nimestock na pads. If my friends or like my family comes, they don't have to like panic until they don't have the help that they need. Maybe it's an emergency and they have to run to a shop. They don't have to feel embarrassed about it. I've made sure that's in my pads. And in my head, when I was doing that video, I wasn't like, oh, you people have to do better. It was mostly like, this situation is bad. Hata you might not know, hata kama ni beshte yako.
I think hata wanaume pia wanafaa kuwa na pads kwa nyumba.
Yes.
And kama girlfriends, we should not be insecure about it. Yes. They have female friends. Exactly. And let's not let each other people go for sleepovers.
Exactly.
I think everyone should just have
that.
You know,
that was
never that serious.
In my head, it was like, when he told me he's doing that, after watching that, it felt like the message was passed. Maybe there's other people who might never be able to talk to me directly, but maybe that video changed how they look at certain things, and to me that was a big win. That's a big achievement. The second achievement I think I've been able to work with like a lot of feminist organizations who are like working on the ground to help women do stuff, and I'm like, that's really nice. Like, you made like a funny video, but this also helps like explain something that's affecting them, and maybe it helps like maybe to raise money or like to get them help, so that's like really good. I think the third thing I'll say, I've just been able to take care of myself. Yes.
So, and then Kenya is sensitive. Is there an information you put out there as a joke? But then again, people feel like, become dead, you know, become a comedian touches or something, a funny joke around there, which is a very sensitive topic. And right now, due to this being economic, the economy is not so that is there a video that has given you so much hate, yet you never meant it in a harmful or a bad way?
I think sijaikuwa na video ilikuwa na that kind of controversy, but I've had a video where people misunderstood what I told it was that I was trying to relay. And you know you can't change that. Mtu hajaelewa kenye nimesema because their perception is different. Maybe coming in the thought ulikuwa unaenda kutetea kitu fulani, but then you ended up talking about something else and they didn't like it. I don't remember what that video was, but I had to do another video to explain that this is the context of that. Yeah, and I don't shy away from being corrected. I believe everyone is correctable. Like, hakuna mtu perfect.
Positive criticism.
Yes, exactly. And if you're wrong, you should be willing to admit you're wrong. It's like, yes, we did something wrong. And one of the videos that I felt really bad that I didn't do a joke about this, but the comment section was really bad. You remember something about this lady who was attacked in the street by border letters or something?
Exposing feeling that is
but she was in the car, but I don't know.
Oh, I saw it, oh my god.
Yes, yeah. So I did that video and like the comment section was like both sides in one.
So did you like post the video and you talked about it?
Yeah, I posted a video talking about it.
Or you took a side?
Yes.
Depending of course the woman.
Yeah, because I was like, this is very dangerous. And like the end of the video I was like, not all men do this, but all women are afraid. Because it's true, like it's at the very essence, even people tell their sisters, so if you
do not protect the women, teach.
Yeah, exactly. And we're trying to like bridge that gap, and sometimes it doesn't work because people feel like kama kitu mbaya imekufanyikia, you must have done something wrong. And I'm like, no. If something bad happens to you, sometimes it's not even sometimes, most of the times you haven't done anything to warrant that kind of thing. There's no person who goes out of there, oh no, nataka kitu mbaya nifanyikie. What? That's it. Yes. And like, you will never live in that person's shoes. So ukiangalia vibaya like unataka
that's what actually we want to do. Oh, sorry. Really? Oh. Alright. So, you wanted food? You wanted food? I'm going to
it's already taken.
Stop. You can go sure that I'm going to come and but it's okay.
That's on me.
Yeah. Alright. So, you've said about all the achievements that you had so far, setbacks. So if you had one wish, and if, let's say 3 wishes, and someone is watching out here telling you just say, I grant you. Example we have was it all watching. Amen. You know, I was shocked to know this guy from Inoro, he was working at Citizen. Any, kuna send them down on my phone, I'm like, hold up. Hold up. As in, you don't even comment or like or at least let me look at it. So, was it to watch on it?
Yeah.
So
3 wishes.
yeah, this is a lot.
So I don't think
I'm a one major one person.
One major one. I just want to be able to work for or at these 3 different in my head, like the satire masters.
Or you'd like to?
Yes.
Okay.
Like that's something that if I do that, I think half of my life would have been well lived. Like I am just like I am okay to So there's 3 comics that I really admire. Jon Stewart, Hassan Minhaj, John Oliver. And they've inspired me how I do my work because they're always trying to make sure that they're not just talking about what's going on, but also who are the people doing the work, who are the people making sure this is not ending here, who are the people defending people, how do we make sure these are policies that protect people. I want to be able to do that. So if I'm able to work with people, just so I know how I can do that to influence my own personal work, I'd be so happy. Yeah.
Alright, so who is your Kenyan celebrity crush? Ulikuwa ngoja nifunge sifungi bila hii. Lazima tutafute controversy. Lazima tutafute controversy.
Oh my
But it's not
God.
controversy, it's just love.
This feels like a lot. Honestly,
Okay, who is the
I
most handsome? Hata si kwa comedy pekee.
feel
Oh
like
wow, where is this celebrity talk about?
I feel so confused by this question.
Okay, who is the most handsome one? Mwenye unaangalia mko like what?
That's a lot of pressure.
I see you my guy. Na si lazima iwe comedy. Inaweza kuwa kwa music. As in generally tu kwa celeb.
I don't think I've ever been overwhelmed at like the way I am right now because I'm now thinking.
Okay, who will you be starstruck kwa wanaume basi? Ukimuona hivi in person basi. Umseme kwa fan wako like, oh my god, if I see this person, mashallah, I won't sleep at night. Yeah, of course we will sleep, but yeah, that's not what I mean.
Where? Sasa nafanya hivi kwa catalog yao watu wenyewe tena niko like ni nani please? Wait. This is very embarrassing. You know Lena Nakariba?
Yeah.
I really love him. I think I've seen him
He's cute
once.
though.
I think I've seen him once, and I'm pretty sure he has a wife. But like
He has
he's a
an
very
expected
handsome
child.
man.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's a friend. We did an interview with him. Come on, Joe, watch me.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
but like in my
he's
head
very
I'm like,
handsome.
yes, 100%. Hiyo ni like unajua watu wenye walibarikiwa na Mungu like those.
You're given everything.
Yes.
The body, the face, the
And he's a good actor.
and
an amazing husband.
and a beautiful wife. Oh my
Yes.
god, Helen is such a beauty.
Top tier couple. Like
So imagine their child like a
good for them.
angel from
Hiyo ni
heaven.
doubly. Where? Hiyo ni win for them.
Hey, double for win, win for win, win for win. So babe, give us a parting shot. Maybe someone who looks up to you. Tell us maybe your thought process as in now talk about you, even if the crowd, to inspire someone out there. Because
Okay.
you're a sensational fan and I'm a fan. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for coming.
First of all, I will say this, if you're a fan of me, thank you so much. You guys keep me going. If you don't know my work, I don't blame you. Please take your time, find my work. I hope you enjoy. If you're out there and you're working towards something, bro, najua hii ni cliche, but don't give up. Hey, there's many times where you wake up and you feel like, oh, I can just leave this thing, you know, like nimejaribu, imekataa, but maybe yes, when you imekataa, it's just because you're having a bad day. Sometimes imekataa, maybe because you're looking at it from the wrong perspective. So it's just like, give yourself the hope and dream a little bigger than you're seeing right now. So if you're out there, come up with a do not give up and do everything with intention. And what you want to put out into the world, that's the thing that you work towards. Otherwise, you're good and you're gonna do great.
And you're such a sweetheart, so kind. Kama kuna mtu patient hii maisha ni wewe. You're patient, you're kind, and mtu ajui complain.
Nilijaribu, I'm very low on energy. Your time nikiongelesha, I was just like, I should have taken like a biscuit because like my energy dips very fast. So I was like, I really hope you don't think like I'm frustrated or mad. It's just like energy and women.
And thank you so much. Please tell them to subscribe to Glow Up with Makena.
Okay, I'm gonna do this properly. My name is Justine. Makena had me here today on Glow Up. I hope every single one of you subscribes to her channel. She's an incredible YouTuber and a very lovely person.
I want to cry. So guys, thank you so much for staying tuned for this amazing episode. I hope you guys had fun. Remember to subscribe to Glow with Makena, and the conversation does not end here. Remember to run her Instagram, Cash Gracie. Hit me up if you have more questions for her. Just niambia, you know, we'll always have a part 2 in our down. Thank you so much to Barbera Gardens for always hosting us, and thank you so much to Smiley Graphy _Graphy, Winsley, for always making this happen. Until next time, God bless. Who do you want to see next? Yangini, na General Tengapa Krindela. Until next time, ciao.